Hi, just want to talk to you today about one of the big concerns that people have about getting their credit repaired or seeking help to rebuild their credit. Um, People are afraid of being judged. You might be afraid of being judged. You know your credit's not that great, or you got some medical bills or some unpaid things that are back there for whatever reason. Just know that you're not alone. Lots of people are facing trouble, have bad credit. But credit can be rebuilt. It's not the end of the line. And we're not judging people because we know that in life, you don't know what you don't know. And most of us walk into life and just are not fully sure about how to succeed. We think we know what success looks like, but we don't know how to get there. I know for myself, this was true. When I was in college, I worked, all summer long and saved up my money, and I was living off my savings. And then one year I wrecked my car and I spent my savings on a car. And after that, I just started living off credit cards, a little bit here, a little bit there. And it wasn't like I made one big decision that got me in trouble, but it was a bunch of little decisions. And next thing I knew, I was $20,000 plus in debt on credit cards over stuff that I had nothing to show for. And I was just eking by, just trying to keep the bills paid. And then one day the laws changed, and my payments doubled in one month. I went from $600 a month to $1,200 a month, and out of nowhere I couldn't make the payments. And so I thought, how do I get out of this? I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I started looking around, and I found some books. And one of the books told me that there's a way to deal with creditors. There's a way to deal with credit and with debts. And there are options that I didn't even know existed. And I took the advice in the books. And it took some time, but I worked through all of my issues. And all those debts are paid. But it took me some time. I didn't make a lot of money at the time. I was in school for part of the time, and I had to really work at it. I had to be intentional about what I was doing, but I also had to know how to talk to the companies that I owed money to. I needed to pay them back because I borrowed the money. What we don't know is that most of us don't start life knowing how to get to where we want to be from where we are. And we feel shame about that, but we shouldn't. See, shame is a terrible thing. Guilt's a different thing. Guilt says that I should have done something differently, or I should have done something that I didn't do, should not have done something that I did do. Shame says my value as a person is less because of where I'm at, what my decisions were, what my circumstances are, what kind of car I drive. And shame has no basis in real life. Shame is evil. And I'm here to tell you that we're not looking on anybody as if they should have shame in their lives. What we're looking for is, are you willing to do something different to get to where you want to be? Most of us are where we are because we made choices that seemed like a good idea at the time. Maybe our parents didn't know any different. Maybe we just didn't know any different. We weren't taught different. None of our friends did anything different. So we find ourselves where we are. But if you want to be different in a different spot in the future than where you are right now, you have to make different choices. And we can help you do that. We can help you to get to where you want to be. It's not always a quick process. And part of the process is learning how to make different choices and live in a different way. If all of our problems are taken care of immediately, but we don't change the way that we live, then we get in big trouble. People used to do that with credit debt all the time. They would refinance their house and just pay off their credit card bills, but they wouldn't change the way that they lived, and so they'd rack up more credit card debt, but they couldn't refinance their house to pay it off this time. They found themselves in even worse trouble than they were to start with. There are ways to deal with the problems that we have in life, whether they're financial, relational. If you're struggling with life, there are things that can help you, and we think we can help you. If you don't trust us, find a book, watch some YouTube videos on the issues that you're dealing with. There is help, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. It might take you a minute to get there. There's no quick fix. If it's a quick fix, it's probably not much of a fix. But hang with it. Stick with it. Make a choice and move forward.